They switched Peggy's mom. One minute she was a homemaker. The next minute she was a lady from Montana that has never left the ranch pretty much. But this is not as concerning as how it destroys Peggy's backstory. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, Maddie Platter, who is Peggy's mom, is depicted early on in a mono story where Peggy meets Hank, or dates Hank for the first time, excuse me. And she's depicted as an older version of Peggy, and she looks like that up there. Later on, when they visit Montana, she looks like that down there. It's not just the hair difference, but the way that they talk. The Montana version of Peggy's mom, never has left the ranch, never has left Montana, and so it's troubling in that how did Peggy get to Arlen? When it comes to sitcoms, you understand that like the first couple of seasons can kind of be a bit of a trial run. We see this all the time where, characters get eliminated, they just up and disappear, storylines don't get finished, whatever the case may be. So you tend to kind of go like along with what was later established. But if we go with the Montana Maddie Platter, there poses some problems. The problems come with understanding Peggy and Hank's backstory. If Peggy's mom has never left Montana, in fact, mad at Peggy for leaving Montana to further her education, then how did Peggy get to Arlen? Who was she with in Arlen? Because she definitely wasn't with her mom. When you destroy the storyline from the earlier season, then when would Peggy and Hank have met? It wouldn't have been in high school. It would not have been in a time where they were courting each other, and this whole mono story would not have happened. But it's also simultaneously confusing because based on the Montana Maddie Platter, she did leave. So she was in Arlen, with somebody, but she could have left later on. She could have left after high school. She could have left to go get her, education to be a substitute teacher after high school. It doesn't necessarily mean that she left before high school, like she was, before she was a freshman or being a freshman. And then I even think that they went back after the Montana mom, Maddie, and changed her again. It's quite interesting how often they double down on the earlier Peggy through flashbacks of her having big feet and things of that nature. None of those Peggys are depicted in Montana on a ranch. They're all depictions of a homemaker, in the city. None of them are even talk like the Maddie Platter from the ranch. I mean, for goodness sake, when they are shopping for her shoes and she has to get nurse's shoes, that Maddie Platter doesn't even resemble the one from the rancher. I don't even think the rancher Maddie Platter would even be caught dead in a department store buying shoes. The chick is so hard, she make her own shoes. But like I said, it's not necessarily about the switch. I get it. They went all over the place with that. My issue is I feel like it destroys the story in which, Hank and Peggy, meet.